You're on Linux, and I'm on TA83. Justin.
Did you try turning it off and back on again? Ish.
We just entered level 89 on
Geek K.O. This episode of Geek K.O. is not brought to you by Baby's First Hacking Kit. Teach your child the important life skills of computing, problem solving, and taking down evil corporations with Baby's First Hacking Kit. Lessons like changing the speak and say to make the cows say, "The Gerber baby is just propaganda used to fuel the evil milk-producing complex," will help fast-track your baby to a future career at being a cyber Robin Hood. Baby's First Hacking Kit.
And you're listening to Geek K.O., the Geek Trivia Podcast. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I don't know if we're on
We are a YouTube.
lot of those. Under the handle
Allegedly.
GKO Podcast. So this show, Mr. Robot.
What a show.
Wow. This is probably like one of the best shows I've watched recently. We were quote unquote forced to watch it for the show. But
if we didn't have to record the episode, I would still be watching it right now.
yeah, no, for real. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of drama shows, but like I think I can really get into this. It's really I don't know, it just hits in that geeky
It's
nerd
very
side.
engaging, yeah.
It is.
It's like, oh, I know hacks exist. I want to be part of the culture. I have clinical depression.
Oh,
I can relate.
Okay, well, but we are doing Mr. Robot today, and in order to help us do our trivia today, we are going to bring in a very special end boss. We're going to open up that end boss door, and behind that end boss door, we have owner and CEO of Xylophone Films, as well as the assistant editor for Mr. Robot. We got AJ Calomay. What's up? Welcome to the show, AJ.
What's up, guys?
Howdy,
Hello.
howdy.
How's it going?
So you got your anonymous F Society T-shirt. So
Yeah.
that's and you had your black hoodie on.
I did.
Yeah.
I was trying to get into Elliot mode.
You know
Nice,
what? That's
yeah.
actually kind of funny because I mean I was just cold and I'm wearing a black hoodie as well, and you're too.
I always try to wear a hoodie.
You know what? This
because-
is a very on-brand episode
Yeah.
right now.
Nice work, guys. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
Appreciate it.
hopefully that'll help us with our.
Round one.
All right.
What a segue. That was the segue right there. Yeah.
All right, AJ, why don't you go and hit us with that first question?
Okay, here we go. So you guys watch Mr. Robot, or half of Mr. Robot seasons?
Yes,
episode
season one,
episodes 1 through 5.
Exactly.
Correct.
Okay. What is the name of the coffee shop in the pilot where Elliot busts the guy in the opening episode?
Is that Ron's Coffee?
That's right. All right.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
All right. All right. How did Elliot's father die?
He had an illness. I forgot what kind of illness.
Was it leukemia?
That's correct.
A little bit more specific, I guess.
What is Elliot Fish's name?
Oh.
QWERTY.
That's right.
What?
QWERTY.
Oh, QWERTY.
Like the keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I totally forgot about that
Yeah.
beta fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. What is Elliot's favorite movie?
Back to the Future 2.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Him and
Yeah.
Angela go to.
Uh-huh.
She comes over, and then she finds.
Yeah, she
his
finds-
friend there- her friend there.
Yeah.
His friend there. All right. What is the name of the data backup center for Evil Corp?
Steel Mountain.
That's right.
Yeah.
Point for Justin.
What a
Yeah.
cool name.
Yeah,
Steel.
it
I
is.
think it was based off a real place, right?
Yeah,
Like,
there's like a
like
shredder, Iron Mountain.
Iron
yeah.
Mountain, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay.
Adamantium Mountain.
Yes. Okay. So there's a question that Christian Slater's character poses to Elliot
Uh-huh.
when they're in F Society. He's challenging him. He's trying to push him. There's a question he asks. Do you know that question? Do you remember the question that he
Ooh.
asks? It's a very kind of computer.
Do you, can you say what episode it was in, or the context around it?
It might be
Let's see.
episode 2, or maybe episode 3.
It's not just are you in or are you out?
It's kind of like that.
Oh, dang it.
It's kinda like
yeah,
that.
I kind of
But
know.
I brought it up because it's very computer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very computery. It's very QWERTY.
Oh,
It's not the tip of your tongue ish.
Are you logged in or out?
Did you turn it off? Or
yeah. He says, "Are you a 1 or a 0?"
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
so close.
Yeah.
Almost.
Binary
Okay,
episode. Dang
okay.
it.
Binary?
This is kind of a different kind of question here. What is the name of the actor who plays Lloyd?
Oh, man.
Wait, which one's Lloyd?
Okay, so he's the he works at All Safe. First episode. He's with Angela. He's helping.
Oh, Aaron Takahashi.
That's right.
That's
man.
right.
Yeah,
So
shout out
a
to
little background.
Yeah.
I worked with Aaron on
Oh.
Awesome Asian Bad Guys,
Yes.
and you went to school with him at UCLA, didn't you? Or no?
You did? I don't know.
Did you go to
where
school?
was he- was
No,
he-
you went to school in Randall Park.
Yeah. Randall Park was at
Yeah.
UCLA at the time I was
That
there.
guy's one of my favorite characters. He's just there.
Yeah, Aaron. Oh yeah, Lloyd.
He's just there.
no,
He's
great.
trying his best.
He's
Hey,
great,
what's
yeah.
up, Aaron?
Yeah,
Come
what's
on our
up, Aaron?
show.
Shout out.
Yeah.
You
Shout
should
out.
be here
Yeah.
right now.
All right. All right. So, the Wonder Wheel at Coney Island is an eccentric wheel, which is a unique type of Ferris wheel. Where else do we see this type of Ferris wheel?
In the show, or just
Or in the world?
The OC Fair.
what? How is that? How is the Ferris wheel different?
Oh, if I remember correctly, it's a swinging one, right?
Oh.
The gondola, it slides.
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
California Adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where it is,
Yeah. That's right.
I knew it was some amusement park. I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah. There's another one in Yokohama, Dreamland in Tokyo.
Mm.
Oh,
three like that.
right.
Yeah,
The first Disneyland, quote unquote, I believe.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Tyrell Wellick. What language does he speak with?
Swedish.
That's right.
Ah, nice.
All right.
Right.
We are tied.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right. So this one you can probably earn multiple points.
Mm.
But there's a part where Elliot's starting to feel normal. He's trying to like ground himself again and sort of blend in with society.
Mm-hmm.
How many things can you name? What does he say he'll do to feel normal again?
Drink a vanilla latte,
Mm-hmm.
watch a movie, go to the gym, like a dog on Instagram. I think that's all I can name.
Yeah.
Heart react on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That was all the ones I knew.
Okay. All right. Give it to Justin maybe. But yeah, maybe tied.
All right.
Okay. What does Elliot ask Shayla before that dinner party?
You go as my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Aw.
And she's like, seriously?
It's like, really? That's what you're asking her right now?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So this is episode 4. Romero and Mobley, two
Mhm.
society guys, they're watching a movie in the motel. Do you know what movie that is?
Hackers.
Sure is.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that 2 of my NBOS questions are now gone.
Ah.
Only 2?
All right. This one's a little harder. What's written on the CD that Angela and Ollie get off that?
Oh, man. I couldn't even read that.
Yeah. It's kind of written.
Oh, right. The one that hacks their
Mm-hmm.
their computer.
Yeah.
Sick beats.
I was
You have a
literally,
point for that. I like that.
I was
That's-
literally
that's-
about to say that too.
It says, I spy. Oh, sorry. I spy.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So.
I was
Okay.
about to say fat jams.
Fat
jams.
Okay. What is the tagline? So they're driving up the Steel Mountain, and there's like a tagline that's under the sign. This is something like any kind of fortified location would say.
When you're here, you're safe.
Nope. Almost.
What stays in?
Stays in Steel Mountain.
Yes.
What happens in Steel Mountain? Impenetrable.
Impenetrable.
okay.
Yeah. Which is, okay. What are they trying to connect to the climate control system?
A Raspberry Pi.
That's right.
Dang it.
That's right.
Haha.
Cool. You know what a...
Yeah. I actually worked with an Arduino board in college. So
Cool.
yeah.
Nice.
I just remembered it because it sounded delicious.
Yeah, sure it is. Like, someone's gonna eat that
It
later.
was what it was. It was also what. Yeah.
Yummy. Okay. Last question. Can someone name the inspiration for the font of the main title?
What is the font? Oh, I mean, I can see the font in my head. The inspiration.
I'm trying to remember
Or the name
font.
or the inspiration of it.
Well, first of all, I got to remember what the name of the font is called.
Well, I think once you know the name, I mean, it's Mr. Robot font.
Comic Sans.
Papyrus.
Papyrus.
Sega.
Sega.
Oh,
Oh.
Sega, yeah.
It's
I didn't
a
even-
Sega font.
Yeah.
Oh man.
no.
Yeah.
Well, dang. I feel like an idiot now.
I was
Come on,
just
Geek
yeah.
K.O. Come on.
I was too stuck on trying to like remembering just like the episode, like how it's listed, like 1.0, 1.1, and all that stuff. I'm like, it's video file format.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Main title.
All right, AJ. So after that first round, what are our scores so far?
Okay, let me tell you. It's tied.
All right. Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
6-6.
6-6.
Good
All
job
right.
for me having an even number of questions.
Yeah, I think that list kind of helped me out too. But
cool.
awesome. Well, welcome to the show, AJ.
Thank you.
So let's start off with your introduction. Like what? Well, this is how this interview goes. Start off with introduction. That was so
Intro to intro.
That
Who
is
would have
so
thought?
cool. Anyway.
Very cool.
So you are the owner and CEO of Xylophone Films. So can you explain what Xylophone does and what kind of projects you take care of? And everything?
Yeah. Well, Xylophone's a production company that I'd started back in 2001. So once I graduated college, I wanted to basically, produce my own content, film, short films, music videos with friends. So established a S Corp and got it all legit and try to make it happen, And it's evolving. I mean, it's sort of been my outfit for doing freelance work. So whenever projects do come in, I'll do it under the banner of Xylophone Films. Justin here was a big part of, we brought in a lot of people. We created some content, and also when we did work at Comic-Con for Xbox, like Justin was a big part of that. Shooting and editing.
That was very fun.
Yeah.
I got to meet Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, Xbox booked.
Oh yeah.
Everyone.
I bet,
at Comic-Con, and we were shooting and editing and putting out content the same day. So
right on.
it was
dude.
great. Yeah, we were able to, so I did that under the Xylophone. I've done other content for like Fandango, the Property Brothers, HGTV,
Oh yeah. Oh man. The
you
Property
know.
Brothers.
and also with my buddy Patricio Janelso, we had produced a lot of music videos.
Patricio, also a guest on this show.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Who?
He did. We did the Transformer one. Is that the Transformers episode we did?
Sorry. Who was
Pat.
it? Pat. Oh.
It was either no, wait.
I don't think
No,
it
it was
was
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
that sounds-
He
Yeah.
came in for Wolverine,
That's
I believe.
cool. Yeah, and his son's
Yeah.
name is Logan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, cool. So we had produced a movie called Lumpia back in 2003.
Oh, I think I remember seeing the ads. And I think you guys were posting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something he had been shooting with his buddies from back home in the Bay Area, and while he was going to film school, he'd go back and forth and shoot scenes, pick up scenes, and so he would, find. And when he met me, we cut a trailer together, and he was like, "Hey, I think this is pretty cool. We can maybe make this into a movie." So he continued to finish shooting the movie. So the way, if you watch the movie now, like you'll see how the characters who are teenagers and kids, like they sort of like grow up. Through the movie.
Okay.
Not intentional though. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like, boyhood or something like that. But
Oh.
it's just sort of like as the circumstances happened,
Okay,
and
yeah.
grew. But low budget filmmaking, and the story got bigger and bigger. So now we're producing the sequel to that, almost 15, 20 years later, called Lumpia with a Vengeance. So
Yeah.
that is now like
with writers Justin Kizan and
Okay,
Earl
that's
Balon.
that's the one I've actually been seeing then.
Yeah.
because Justin
Yeah,
Keyson,
yeah.
I remember posting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So shout out to them, and
Yeah.
they did a great job getting the story together. So we are in post production for that right now, and hopefully, gets out soon, sometime next year.
So
Ooh,
cool. We're
nice.
looking forward to that. The primary reason why you're here is because you're an assistant director. That's me. Assistant editor.
Yeah.
Wow,
For
humble brag.
Mr. Robot. I'm not. I mean, I wish I was assistant director of Mr. Robot. That'd be awesome. Yeah. When did you get on that project? And then, like, when you started editing it and everything, how did you realize that this is going to be really like as great as a show as it is?
Yeah. So I had worked on my first scripted show was Covert Affairs on USA Network. So I was on that for seasons 2 through 5. It's a long time. First show, I wanted to, really just get my experience there. So when that show was finished, it was through the same route of the USA Network people. They'd say, "Hey AJ, there's a show coming up, another USA Network show. You want to check it out?" And I was like, "Okay." And I was, I want to do something other than USA Network. Characters welcome. That's all good.
Characters welcome.
See what else is out there. And so I told my contact, "Oh yeah, well, cool. What's the name of the show?" They're like, "Oh, it's called Mr. Robot." I'm like, "Huh, Mr. Robot."
Yeah.
What's it about? It's about a hacker. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Ironically, you were already wearing that F Society
I
shirt
am.
at the time of the phone
This
call.
is like, yeah. So I know I had it on. But so I ended up meeting with the editor that I was going to assist, and he showed me the pilot. First 5 minutes of the pilot, I was like, okay, this is pretty dope. I like this a lot. This is like not what I expected from the USA Network show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, because the other one is like, what, Burn Notice? I don't even know what Burn Notice is.
Yeah. But that it was sort of like what they say, quote, that kind of blue skies.
Right.
Shows were a little lighter, and that was all good, I wanted to try a different genre after being on a show like Covert Affairs, which was, it's a CIA show, but I wanted something a little different.
Okay.
And so, when Mr. Robot came around and I met with the editor, I'm like, okay, I'm down to do this show. This looks amazing, so.
We're going to jump back to that really fast, but I just want to go back. We ask all our end bosses, especially if they're the first time here, what your geek disciplines are. So, like, what kind of things are you into other than Mr. Robot? But, like, are you into, like, any other, like, comic book or movie franchises or anything like that?
Yeah.
What do you geek out on?
I mean, like everybody, like most, Star Wars. I know, I was thinking about this question a lot. So I was like listening to your guys' podcast. I was like, geek disciplines, I mean, I'm a casual watcher of, Marvel movies, and DC movies, but no, it's. I mean, I don't know if editing is like a geek discipline.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
But yeah, I mean, I really geek out on that. Just sort of the workflow and dealing with data and files and. Also in the artistic process of sound and getting, really detailed with sound and my sound work, uniformity, so these are all things that like,
no, you know what, like, I'm not a professional editor. I've done editing before and I do editing like here and there, but like, I do have to admit, as much as I hate just staring at my screen and, forever, there's this certain like serenity when it comes to like when everything is like super organized, like all your files are all like where they need to be and it's easily to find, and like if you look at a timeline for like a video file, it looks like chaos, but then it's very well organized still, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you write a code and it works properly.
Yeah.
And it works properly and consistently. You're like, oh my gosh, what bliss is this?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It helps the process, helps the creative process.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
want to keep things as smooth as possible, so you're not like getting lost and trying to find things or something like that.
So going back to Mr. Robot, so you kind of explained it a little bit when you were actually pitched this show, but like if this show never existed or everything, what would be like your elevator pitch to this show to someone who has never heard of it or watched it?
I'd say it's almost a show about like relationships in our modern time, modern times with technology around us and how people relate to each other and how people open up to each other. You see the character of Elliot is very, alienated, he's lonely, and how does he relate to people, So he sort of like hacks them in a way, or he sort of looks into their world a little bit. He has his thoughts, so yeah, I think that's something we can all relate to now with with so much technology around us and the way we interact with people is, through electronically. I think that's sort of my non-articulate way of sharing it, but that's sort of the essence of it is
right.
relationships in modern times.
So you had us watch the first 5 episodes of the first season, and I have to say, like from the first cold open of the pilot, I thought this show was I'm gonna really get into this show and everything. My background in. Well, I'm not a big computer geek or anything. I've done stuff in high school. I built a computer before, a simple computer, and I kind of geek out on a little bit on just coding, but I'm not a coder or anything. But I do like the movie The Net.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. I don't know how much of that was actually accurate. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but I thought it was because I like heist movies, and I always thought of those type of hacker movies, kind of like a heist movie, but mostly obviously taking place. On the web or whatever. And when I started watching this, is not only that this was kind of a really cool heist movie, almost, but it was kind of a modern day Robin Hood. And the editing style, if I may say so, is very I just love how the pacing is and everything, and it's very I don't know, it kind of hits my pleasure centers in my head. What do you think about the show?
Oh man, like I said, if we weren't recording this episode, I'd probably still be watching it because I was just I had to stop myself. I'm okay, I have to prepare. I have other obligations I need to do, but oh man, I really liked it. One of my favorite lines is in the episode where they're watching hackers in the hotel room, and one of the guys is man, these give hackers a bet. People don't know what real hacking is. I'm
very
yep. I also don't know, the nuances of hacking, but I know it's not like what you see in a lot of movies and stuff. I've seen other people's it's just looking at scripts a lot and finding a way to mess with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, it hits a pleasure. I mean, there's something about the nuances of the show are so strong, because it's really. I mean, Sam Esmail, the showrunner, and the whole team, we had a technical advisor, a guy named Coradonna, but they were very, accurate with all the coding, because they know people will screen grab it and on Reddit and they'll try the code,
right?
And it actually works. So
that's crazy.
We've even, if there's a semicolon that was wrong, we'd have to mark that as a visual effects and change it to a colon or something like that. So it was a very deep level of detail there.
Wow.
So
do you get that a lot? A lot of actuallys or anything from the internet?
I mean, I don't know if we had gotten called out, but I mean, we were very careful with making sure everything was accurate.
That's crazy. So is it just a researcher or someone that actually knew how to hack?
Yeah, well, the advisors, we had advisors on the show, but there was a lead advisor, and so he had his people as well.
That's crazy.
To make sure everything is correct. But yeah, I think there's a company called InfoSec, I think that Sam was consulting with as well. So, but yeah, there's definitely consultants who are making sure all the screens are correct.
Are there any Easter eggs in some of the on-screen codes or something? If you compile it's happy birthday or something like that.
Yeah, I know there was a whole ARG related to it. I think in season 2 or season 3.
Okay.
I started doing that. Yeah, so I think if you were to screen grab it and go to a URL or try some QR code, it would go to places.
Okay,
that's cool. I love
really
ARG
cool.
games. Those are fun. But it can get super really deep. Yeah. And it's I don't even know what program this is.
Yeah.
What?
yeah. And so
Overwatch.
Sam's thing with the whole show is that it needed to be as authentic as possible.
Right.
And then we start with that. So you strip it down in the script stage and the editing, production and editing stage. So by the time you have your show, it just feels so real. You know. And so even though you don't see someone actually typing it out, the whole thing, which they're doing on set, they're typing out the whole thing, it still feels real and genuine, and you relate to it more,
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, it was a process. I mean, tough show to work on, but
Right.
like, amazing results.
Before we jump into round 2, is there something just like editing? Because I know, like being an editor, you kind of have to watch the same footage over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Is there something that you learned in the hacking world that you didn't know that you thought it was actually kind of useful or cool?
I think a lot of it was sort of the social engineering aspect of it. Like it's about finding vulnerabilities. So it wasn't necessarily like always on a computer. But you saw like in episode 5 where like they're trying to get to that guy who was giving him the tour of Steel Mountain.
Tear him down.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, I felt so bad. Like
man.
if you search his name on like on Twitter or whatever, like people are like, oh my god, like he just got destroyed. So yeah, it's like finding vulnerabilities. So I think that was kind of the cool thing. Okay, it's not just being on a computer and finding some code or finding a password. It's more about kind of knowing the whole real world situation here and how can I exploit this opening here, and that's why I had a good question here that was I guess I missed it. Oh no, you got it. It was like a hacker's favorite sport is picking locks, so that's kind of how it started, because it's like, okay, how can I figure this out?
And you could see it, you could feel it, like you have like more of like a physical sensation as opposed to just like more of like a, I guess, mental one.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was the cool thing. I mean, just being involved with the show, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not just, when I got on the show, I'm like, okay, it's going to be all about computers and what's going to happen. But no, it's about like people around him and them trying to get access to places and, how can we, trick this person into letting us in. So
yeah,
I think that show just like it's trippy, like just not only all the, like you said, all the computer aspects, but like now that you brought that up, it's like it is kind of like hacking someone else's brain almost, and just figuring out how they work and rerouting it and everything. That's crazy. Anyway, that just added in another layer. But
psychology show here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got another round to go to. We're gonna hit 2.
Round 2.
All right. So AJ, what do you got for us for round 2?
All right. So that a lot of the style of the show is voiceover, where like in Elliot's head, he kind of has these rants or these monologues.
Wait, question. So their name is not really Evil Corp, right? This is just every time they say or we read Evil Corp, it's just in his head, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
So,
just stepping away.
Yeah, think about an unreliable narrator.
Right.
So, so we are in his head. We hear.
Yeah, I was like, he's already hacking you.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, exactly. We're saying Evil Corp. So we are in Elliot's head a lot. He has rants and monologues, and so we're gonna sort of have you guys do a society rant or monologue.
Okay.
You're not gonna have to write the whole thing out, but we're gonna do it Mad Lib style.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So there's, I'm not gonna tell you which rant we're doing. I have 2 here.
Okay.
You can edit one out if
Totally fine.
whatever. But I'll since I'm the only person, I'm gonna have to like kind of write and stuff. But I'm gonna ask you guys for a type of word. You tell me, and we'll have the audience hear it too. That way they can hear it in context and see how it all kind of plays out.
Perfect.
So, okay. Let's start with you, Ish. All right.
Okay.
Give me a name of a person.
AJ.
Okay. That's me. All right.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. Okay. All right. Give me a place.
Disneyland.
Okay.
The bathroom.
Okay. Give me a podcast topic.
A podcast topic. Non-Christmas Christmas movies.
That was a past joke.
That was a past joke.
Yeah, nice.
2 of them.
Nice. All right.
How to rewire your bathroom. There's a lot of bathroom humor right now.
Yeah, that's what you want to listen to is electrical work.
Yes.
Give me 3 plural nouns.
3 plural nouns. States. Icebergs.
Okay.
And doilies.
Steaks.
Steaks. All right. He said states, so stay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Steaks.
Okay, cool. Next one that'll rhyme with his second word.
Oh, Chickens
Okay.
and carnitas.
Ah, yummy. All right. Okay. Name of a book.
Name of a book: The Great Gatsby.
War and Peace. That's the
Okay.
thing, right?
Yeah, probably. If not, you have until this episode comes out to write it.
Another plural noun.
Another plural noun: oxen.
Cacti.
Cacti. Okay. One more plural noun.
Octopuses.
Is it pusses or?
Yeah, it's not pie. I mean, you can say pie
Ah.
now, I think, but it doesn't come from the same ancient or whatever language that uses the I as plural. I think you could also say octopodes is also correct.
I like that one.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna have to fix something after if you
Oh,
know this. But
okay.
one more plural noun.
Bean bags.
Beanbags.
Oh yeah. Like the chairs surrounding
Like
this
the-
office.
Like the chairs.
Nice, nice.
We're
Okay.
just a studio full of bean bags, you guys.
Yeah,
That's
this is
all it
Beanbag
is.
Studio.
That's how we absorb the sound.
So if you ever try to find us, it might be in a Beanbag Studio,
it.
as opposed to us telling you at the end of every episode where we actually are.
Wayland Studios is just a bean bag front.
Yeah.
I got 4 more, and then we can.
Okay.
start.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Plural noun.
Plural noun. Dogs.
Dogs. Okay.
Doing a lot of
Justin?
animals, I realized.
Skulls.
Skulls.
Crystal
Ooh.
skulls.
All right. Another place.
Another place. Basement.
Basement. All right. Justin.
Taqueria.
Oh.
I'm just hungry now.
Yeah.
Yes. Carnitas.
Instead of basement, I change it to layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more evil.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. A person.
A
A
person.
famous person or whatever.
Selma Hayek. That was my vocal exercise today.
Ah. All right. Justin.
Bjork.
Bjork.
All right. And give me a verb.
A verb. Crunched. What tense does it have to be?
I can adjust it. So
Okay, crunch, yeah.
Okay.
Wobble.
Wobble.
Like fet.
Okay. All right, guys. So now I'm going to have you read them
Okay.
in your best Elliot rant voice.
Perfect.
Okay.
which you
Okay.
used
I
to
got
sing.
the hoodie.
Yeah,
We
yeah, you
all
can
got
put the hood on.
We gotta put the hood on.
All right. So this is kind of where I needed a third person, like pick the best one, but I mean.
Hannah.
Yeah. All right.
There you go.
Let's
there
go.
You go. All right. So this is yours-ish,
Okay.
Justin.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So do the one on the back first, the shorter one.
Okay.
Okay.
Justin, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. What I'm about to tell you is top secret. The conspiracy is bigger than all of us. There's a powerful group of skulls out there, and there that are secretly running the taqueria. I'm talking about the guys no one knows about, the ones that are invisible, the top 1% of the 1%, the guys that play Bjork without permission, and now they're wobbling me.
Nice.
What I'm about to tell you is top secret. A conspiracy bigger than all of us. There's a powerful group of dogs out there that are secretly running the lair. I'm talking about the guys no one knows about. The ones that are invisible. The top 1% of the top 1%. The guys that play Salma Hayek without permission. And now I'm thinking they're crunching me.
Ooh, evil.
Nice. All right. Here we go. Now here's the. Oh, I can play Krista.
Ooh, okay.
Might as well do that. Elliot, what is it about society that disappoints you so much?
Oh, I don't know. Is it that we collectively thought AJ was a great man even when we knew he made billions off the backs of children? Or maybe it's that it feels like all our heroes are counterfeit. The Disneyland itself is just one big hoax, spamming each other with our burning commentary of non-Christmas Christmas movies masquerading as insight, our social media faking as intimacy. Or is it that we voted for this, not with our rigged elections, but with our states, our icebergs, our doilies? I'm not saying anything new. We all know why we do this, not because Great Gatsby books make us happy, but because we want to be sedated, because it's painful not to pretend, because we're oxen. Octopuses.
Love it.
That's so funny. when I said oxen, I was like very close to saying sheeple too.
Nice.
All right.
Elliot, what is it about society that disappoints you so much?
Oh, I don't know. Is it that we collectively thought Boris Johnson was a great man when we knew he made billions off the backs of children? Or maybe it's that it feels like all our heroes are counterfeit. The bathroom is just one big hoax, spamming each other with our burning commentary of bathroom rewiring, masquerading as insight, our social media faking it as intimacy. Or is it that we voted for this, not with our rigged elections, but with our steaks, our chickens, our carnitas? I'm not saying anything new. We all know why we do this. It's not because War and Peace books makes us happy, but because we want to be sedated, because it's painful not to pretend, because we're cacti, beanbags. Nice.
Yeah. All right.
I always thought about beanbags being
nice,
stupid.
nice. All right. I think you guys both performed them very well.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to flip a coin or something.
Right. Well, we're gonna find out what you decide after this sponsor break.
This episode of Geek K.O. is not brought to you by faster internet. Does your email take too long to load? That animal video not buffering? Do you just hate waiting? Well, wait no longer with faster internet. With our new patent-pending super wireless fiber optic S connection, plus Ultra, you will no longer be burdened with lag, so you can win that flame war. Faster internet.
All right. So, AJ, after that second round, what are our scores?
That second score, so you each earned 1,000 points.
Hey!
Nice. That's a lot of points. Today's a good day to be a hacker.
So you're both tied, 1,006 to 1,006.
Nice.
Wow, nice.
I thought
We hacked the scripts.
you did.
Dang.
That's what happened.
That's actually a term. The
Yeah.
script.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
That's sort of the lesson here.
Yeah. Remember, kids. Hack.
Yeah. So take your favorite script, make a Mad Lib. Make
Yeah.
it your
Oh,
own.
man.
Exactly.
You know, that's how
Impress-
you get movies done.
Yeah.
So AJ, you've been with Mr. Robot for the entire run,
Actually, season 1 and 3.
season 1 and 3.
So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now we did not go on season 4, my editor and I, but we were on another show. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were like the typical duties while you were on the show?
Well, as an assistant editor, we take in all the dailies, all the footage that was shot. They shoot in New York City. They upload it over to us. It's processed in a facility, down-resed, and sent over to us, and we organize it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the show is shot, Sam likes to keep the camera rolling. So it's a lot of long takes.
A lot of long takes.
30 minutes sometimes.
They don't do
just
the
like-
waving in front of the camera. To
I mean,
tell you.
you can hear them or you can see them, resetting position. But yeah, a lot of times, they're just kind of rolling over and over. So it's my job or assistant editor's job for the editor to make sure all those takes are marked.
Right.
So yeah, we would do that. So we would put locators and markers throughout all the footage. We also use something called Script Sync, which you can import the script into the editing machine Avid, and you could line up the video clips onto the script. So if you're looking for a particular, looking for all the reads of a particular line, you can go through it just by clicking on the script that's in the editing machine. So we would sync that up. That's just the first part, And then we also do sound effects, temp sound effects, but it's sort of a guideline for the sound editors when they come in. Sound with Mr. Robot is super, super crucial, as you can see, there's a certain kind of vibe and tone to the show. Even just in the backgrounds, what do you hear? This is, where is their F Society headquarters? What's happening in there? What kind of video games are in there? Are there stray dogs running around or whatever?
Especially when Elliot was starting to go through withdrawals, he became hypersensitive.
Yeah.
And just you could hear every little sound everyone was
crazy.
making.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the episode that I worked on.
Okay.
Episode
Nice.
4, where he goes through that sort of withdrawals. He goes through drugs.
I was thinking of the fish the whole time.
Yeah. That was my first time. When the first script I got when I was gonna work on the show, I'm like, what is this show? There's a talking fish.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's on morphine. So we do the sound, but it's also doing a continuity. So you're keeping lengths of every scene. you're doing outputs for the show, and everything has to be kind of like perfect every time
Right.
you send something out. So you always watch down the show. You want to make sure it sounds good. There's no errors. There's no mistakes. Everything's where it needs to be. Sometimes visual effects work. Temping visual effects or marking it. And edit scenes if there's time.
If there's time.
If there's time. Yeah. It depends on your relationship with the editor.
Right,
They're like,
right.
hey, I know you're busy, but, I want you to edit these scenes. You're like, yes, I will take that on, because
Right.
that's sort of the things you want to keep doing.
Right.
Of course. And then even if you were like editing these episodes, and you weren't in some of the seasons, were you able to keep up with the show?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so after season 1, they moved the editorial office to New York City, and I was super bummed, because I was like, oh, I want to stick with the show, but because of they need to hire local,
Right.
For the assistant editors, so I couldn't continue. I went to Legends of Tomorrow actually,
Right.
Ooh.
at that time, and was on there for 2 seasons, and then Mr. Robot season 3 came back to LA. And my editor gave me a heads up. He wasn't continuing with the show, but another editor that was returning wanted someone who had experience on the show already. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm down. Let's
Right
do
on.
this. So,
Perfect.
yes. So they came back for season 3. And then this editor I've been with, John Pataya is his name. He came up from, like, the Ryan Murphy world, like American Horror Story, Scream Queens. So now we're working together. Now we've been, like, working together on several shows now. So
Oh, nice.
Very awesome. And so like past episode 5 and going into this current season right now, which the season finale is December 22nd.
Sure is.
As soon as this this episode's not coming out until January, so like by this time it would be done.
Yeah.
But is there something that we should look, without spoiling too much, is there anything that we should be looking forward to as we continue? Because honestly, after this episode's done, we're probably going to end up watching it still.
Yeah.
No, I was hoping for that. It is a journey, guys. It's a journey. I mean, it starts out like a hacking show, goes into his relationships, and a little bit into this sort of like world conspiracy, like what happens. But I would say this whole thrust, I mean, it kind of has that Fight Club kind of vibes, right?
Oh,
It's
definitely,
like, sort
yeah.
of like, let's destroy everyone's debt, let's take down the system,
I'm still trying to reason if Mr. Robot is actually real or not.
Or like if anyone is real.
Is
Oh
anyone.
God, AJ's
Yeah.
looking
Are
at
we
us
all
like weird.
Are we all in a computer simulation? Are we real?
Right. Yeah. So it poses those kind of philosophical questions, which is great, But season 2 gets a little bit more complicated with, what happens at the end of season 1. It gets dark in season 2. Season 3, sort of, the world gets a little bit bigger. And season 4, you kind of find out a little bit more about Elliot.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So, there's something that happened maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, maybe 406 or 407. This doesn't spoil it, but it was brilliantly shot. It was almost shot like a stage play.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, like one location, And there's an episode in season 3 that's one shot.
Oh.
It's continuous.
No way.
It's pretty awesome.
Like the whole episode?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Dude, or like they hit it with like cuts and lights and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's made of this is out there, but it's made of like 37 long takes.
Right.
Dang.
But seamlessly like blended
Put together, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So it sounds like we have a lot to look forward to, and I mean, a lot of content. I mean, it's already getting dark too, so I'm interested to see how dark it gets for season 2 at least. I know that you guys won a lot of awards, including like an Emmy and a Golden Globe and everything.
Yeah.
Is it cool to like be in that kind of in that joy? I guess what am I trying to say? Be in that
The atmosphere.
of like
The
being
culture.
in a show that is like getting like winning awards.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for all of us involved in it, I mean, it's a big career booster. It's like, it's like branding in a way too. Even
Right.
for myself as an assistant editor, like it's helped my resume a lot. Opened up certain doors, with people being fans of the show. But it's also like expectations. I mean, we wanna make sure like the quality is still the same, or we're challenging ourselves, and we keep going strong. So, yeah, I mean, we would definitely, because we'd be working late in the evening when the show's airing, like in the East Coast. Like, we'd be on Twitter sometimes, just looking, or Sam would be looking on and saying, like, oh, yeah, here comes that part. Here comes that part. Oh, And so we would all like, I'd be like, kind of working but looking at Twitter too, and like, yeah, that was awesome. Like just kind of like commenting on what people are saying and how people are reacting. So it's fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, great atmosphere to be in. Expectations are there, so you just got to be on top of your game.
Right.
Oh man, can you imagine like a live stream kind of like season finale where like you have like an open chat where everyone could like almost like Twitch style where everyone can just comment together as they're watching the season finale together.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
I'm sure that exists, right?
Yeah.
I mean, with like network shows though.
Yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I would have like hashtag Mr. Robot up, and then I would just sort of like like things as they were like coming down. And sometimes they're like, "Who the hell is this guy responding to?"
Are you even a real fan of the show?
Exactly.
So what show are you working on right now?
Yeah, so I just finished a show called Hunters. It'll be on Amazon in February of 2020.
And what is that one about?
So this is about Nazi hunting in 1977 New York City.
Wait, is that the? I think I heard about this. Oh, with Key and Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
Jordan Peele is
show.
one of our EPs for the show. Al Pacino stars in it. Logan Lerman, who's in like Percy Jackson's Monsters, Percy Being a Wallflower.
Oh wow.
It's cool. This is another kind of a darker, serious show.
Right.
It's not like Inglourious Bastards or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's with the same editor. I worked on Mr. Robot. Our previous show before this was New Amsterdam on NBC. So it was kind of a little change of pace.
Yeah,
which I like. I like, kind of taking on these different genres along with him. So it's a fun challenge, every time. So with that show with New Amsterdam, it was more about like, how do we capture, this emotion, keep it as real as possible. The show like Hunters, it's like, all right, yeah, this is kind of a crazy world they're in, but yeah, it's always making everyone feel real, right? But yeah, there was a lot of really cool things we did stylistically. The shows are big. I mean, they're like big set pieces there. So, and we're taking on a very, serious subject as well. So, just respecting all that.
And you gave us a little bit of an update for Olympia too, but like anything that you want to let our listeners know, like to watch out for.
Yeah, well, definitely follow us on @LumpiaMovie on Instagram, Facebook.com LumpiaMovie, and LumpiaMovie.com. But yeah, I mean, it's been a journey, with a lot of people really putting their time in. People who have cast and crew, being patient with us all these years. People who have supported us, through the crowdfunding campaigns, friends and family who've volunteered their time and helped us out. Opened up locations. So we're in the phase of getting a lot of visual effects done, and so even when I mentioned that to a few people, they're like, "What, visual effects?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, we got a flying Olympia here, There's a lot of shots." And then we're sort of doing this whole sort of anime stylistic editing or visual effects style, when there's fight scenes. So that's sort of like
Scott Pilgrim in a way.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, that's kind of a video gamey style. But yeah, think of it like a speed racer. Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
Speed lines and that kind of thing. So yeah, we're sort of like taking that style where like you feel the action, and it's obviously it's a very hyper real world with someone throwing around Olympia, so it's like we're kind of leaning into that style a little bit.
Oh, right on.
So yeah, we want to make this good. I mean, people have been patient, like, let's make this polished, and the visual effects really fun.
Yeah. And where can they find it again?
Well, hopefully. Oh, so yeah,
like social media. If they want to like donate, or if they want to like just support.
Oh yeah, LumpiaMovie.com. There's a donation link there. We are sponsored by Film Independent, so if people donate to our movie, it's tax deductible.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and again, many past end bosses are involved. So Pat and Agent Justin Kizan and Earl Balon, they're all involved in that film too. So if you guys like any of their episodes as well, why don't you go support?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
support.
Check it out at Lumpia Movie on Instagram, lumpiamovie.com, Facebook.
Perfect.
So.
All right, and we're going to jump back into.
Final round.
So we are going to ask our end boss a few questions about Mr. Robot and see what he can figure out. Before we begin, can you give us a recap of our scores?
1006 to 2006.
Perfect.
Man, highest score I've gotten this week.
All right. So, Ish, why don't you go ahead and start?
Yeah, sure.
I forgot about this.
Aha. How the turntables have now. What is Elliot's dog's name?
Flipper.
Flipper.
Well, dang. There goes one of my questions. All right. Whose Independence Day was included in Tyrell's password?
Oh, God, you guys are good, man. Who's a country, right?
It was a country.
Yeah. Was it not Sweden? God, you got me.
You want to just take a wild guess?
Yeah. France. No, United States.
No, it was Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Oh, okay.
Sweden.
Is it going to say it? Is it going to say it?
All right. What OS does Tyrell Wellick use?
Oh, GNOME.
Linux.
Linux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what does Elliot label the CDR containing the hacking files for Michael Hansen, his therapist cheating boyfriend?
God. Oof. It was a band.
It was Pink Floyd.
That's right.
All right. My last one. What's the name of the Chinese hacking group?
Dark Army.
Dark Army.
All right, and my last one, and I'm trying to pull this from memory right now because all my end boss questions were all said. What other movie was mentioned? What other kind of hackery, computery movie was mentioned that they wish that I believe it was Romero and Mobley, where they wish it was like?
I was actually going to guess that if I buzzed in on time.
Okay.
Because I didn't know it was hackers.
Yeah. Oh, God. That's right. I know that scene. Damn it, I worked on that episode. It should have been more like... can't remember.
It was
Tron.
It was Tron.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Man.
Well, that was our end boss round.
Fun times.
Yeah. What are our final scores? I don't know if you were keeping score.
Of who?
Yeah, who?
I think you got 2. I got 1. So.
Okay. Well, I guess I won that.
Yeah.
2008 to 2006.
Seven.
Which 7. Which I mean, I guess if it wasn't it was a high scoring game. So
A very high stakes game.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, again, thank you, AJ, for coming in to our show. If anyone wants to see any of your, or want to find out more about you, or if you have any social media accounts, why don't you go ahead and plug them right now?
Yeah. AJXY on Instagram. Xylophone Films on Instagram. And Facebook as well. AJ Calomay, Calomay. Not to be confused with the TV show host AJ Calloway. But AJXY is the easiest because it's 4 letters. It's on Instagram. Go ahead and follow me there, and you can see what I'm up to. Check out my stories. I share a lot of stories when I'm in the editing room, and I'm working late.
Behind the scenes, guys.
Yeah. Some
You're
silly,
high on caffeine.
Yeah. Silly things are going through my head, So check it out if you want to get insight.
Oh, that sounds like
Perfect.
fun.
And hopefully we get to get you back on maybe for some Legends of Tomorrow
or more,
more
Mr.
stuff.
Robots.
Sure. Yeah.
Quick question I wanted to ask. What are you guys in the first 5 episodes? Your favorite characters?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I like Elliot. Elliot's my guy.
Elliot's all right.
Yeah.
I like Shayla.
Yeah.
I feel like she's trying her best.
Yeah. Have you watched?
More?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Shayla's great. She's like someone who's like so genuine, who can obviously like. There's that phone call, you know. So
Yeah. That's where the
it's
last episode
awesome.
ended.
Yeah, like it's like, oh my god, like, you know, like he has a friend. You can kind of feel a smile that's gonna crack on Elliot, you know.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's a great character.
And then who was the other guy that worked at All Safe?
Gideon?
Not Gideon.
Lloyd.
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Shout out to
Takahashi.
Aaron. Yeah.
And he's just like at like the, he's the only one without a date at the company dinner thing.
Yeah, he rolled a solo. Yeah. There's some funny moments. I mean, you know, like there's definitely some humorous stuff. You know.
Yeah.
I like Mobley and Romero. You know, I like those two guys. I mean, you didn't see them a whole lot in the first like three episodes or so, but yeah, they're like, you know, they're kind of like two like, you know, sidekicks that sidekicks. But you know, like they help Elliot out. Yeah. So I like their dynamic.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you know?
definitely.
So
yeah.
It kind of keeps it real. Like you kind of feel like, okay, these are
like there would be those guys there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So like with Elliot's, you know, the spectrum of his character, it's nice having like dudes like that there. So,
Grounded a little bit more.
Trenton's cool too.
Yeah. It's like the nerds are saying this guy's weird.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, exactly.
Well, again, thank you, AJ, for coming in. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
This is Geek K.O, your Geek Trivia podcast. Check out our past levels on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram under the handle GKO Podcast. Email us at host@GKO Podcasts. Find us on the web under GKOpodcast.com.
It's our first day, guys.
It is our first day back, you guys. We are recording in Wayland Productions, an award-winning production company for short films, documentaries, and audio dramas. Please check them out at wayland.ws and support the audio and visual arts. Special thanks goes out again to AJ Calomay, our producer Hannah Miraz,
who just got fired. So that's why she's not here.
Yeah, feel better soon, Hannah.
Feel better soon.
Jason and Alex Gallett, our composer Marley Rosner, on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Jahsten at JAAHSTEN.
I am Joke Necromancer.
And our next episode is on
the 92nd Academy Awards.
You gotta say that so much more regally, though. Like
the 92nd Academy Awards.
So get your tuxes ready, because we are gonna watch the nominees for the Best Picture on
Geek K.O. Logging out.
Nice.